What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the dojo. My name is Sabin, and in this video we are going to be doing a basic beginner's guide to Dragon Ball FighterZ. For those of you who don't know, I recently picked up this game when Season 3 came out. I want to start off by saying that I am not an expert at this game, and I still have a lot to learn myself. This is not my first fighting game, however it is my first team-based fighting game. I have played Marvel vs. Capcom in the past, but never really took it serious enough to learn how to play the game properly. Also, this guide is going to be aimed at individuals who have never played Dragon Ball FighterZ or fighting games in general. If you are an advanced player, this is definitely not the guide for you. But if you want to learn more advanced skills, I recommend checking out Wrath FGC, the Kill Sage, or Lord Knight's channel. I will have links to their channels in the description below. I might decide to make this a series just because of how much there is to go over. But yeah, moving on to this video. My first tip to new players is to go to the training mode, go to the training guide, this guy, and play through this battle tutorial right here. It does a decent job at teaching you the system mechanics for the game, which will be really helpful later on as you grow as a player. I really wish I did this when I first started the game. I have a terrible tendency of being an idiot, of just jumping straight into the game, not learning any system mechanics, and then just getting my butt kicked left and right until my brain says, hey, maybe now would be a great time to learn the system mechanics, right? So I highly recommend that you actually go and do this tutorial right here, just so that you can learn all the mechanics and be off in a better place. The next thing that I want to talk about is building your team, right? So Dragon Ball FighterZ is a team-based game with specific roles. The roles are broken down into point, mid, and anchor, right? I'm just gonna choose these guys and choose some random things. Go into the world tournament. Okay. Yeah, so they're broken down into point, mid, and anchor. I'm not going to go too in depth about this because it can literally be a video on its own. But if you want to find out what roles your characters perform best in, go check out Globku's channel. He has a great video on team building. Again, link to his channel in the description below. So anyways, in general, your point character is your first character to begin the fight with, right? This is going to be someone who can build a lot of meter, has great neutral tools, has an amazing mix-up game, but is really reliant on assists in order to get their game plan in motion, right? So for this example, I have Cell, right? He's a great point character because he has amazing neutral tools, right? His 5M goes pretty far, and he can actually stagger this for some stagger pressure. He has amazing left-right mix-up with his perfect attack. You could do something like that. You can even do the EX version. His EX Rolling Crush also is a left-right. Is also a left-right tool too, as well. So something like that, right? He can go left-right on you. But he also has 3 lows. This is a low. His 2M is a low. And then he has 6H, which is also a low as well, right? Also his Rolling Crush, the 236 L, M, and H. Oops, I don't know why I did that. This is also an overhead too, so something to watch out for. I know it sounds kind of basic, but some people do, like myself, end up getting caught by that once in a while, right? And Cell can pretty much do like amazing damage. If you learn the right combos with him, he can act like his loop combos in the corner. He can definitely do a lot of damage without using much meter, right? That's one of the key things to having a great point, right? They do a lot of damage without the use of much meter because you wanna build meter for your other characters, right? Say for example, like your next character in position is mid, right? Which I have in this example is Bardock, right? Bardock can be played on point, right? He can be played on point or he can be played on mid. The difference is you might not want to play somebody on point, a character like Bardock on point, because of their assist, right? Bardock has an amazing assist. His A assist is really fast and it goes pretty far, right? Like, we're all used to seeing that, right? But then his B assist in season 3, his B assist is just ridiculous, right? Like, it has 46 frames of block stun, right? Not only that, but it's a B assist. Also has amazing hit stun too. Look at how much time I have to convert all of this, right? Look at that. You know, I don't know Cell's combos. I don't play Cell, but that's what you would look for in a mid character, right? If you're gonna choose a mid character, they are somebody who can pretty much perform the role of a point character, but they just might have an assist that is just not worth putting on point because you're not using the assist, right? Like, for example, Bardock. Another good example would be Kid Buu. Kid Buu's A assist is actually really good, right? Because it has amazing block stun as well. His B assist is pretty decent as well. But it's just up to you whether or not you want to use that person's assist. Would it be really helpful for your team or not, right? But it's, in general, like, you see a lot of Bardock on mid because of his assist, right? He performs really well. He performs really well anywhere, actually. You can pretty much put him anywhere. He's just that good. And then last but not least is your anchor character, right? Anchor character is someone who could perform well at everything without the need for assist, but they have an amazing assist that can help your point and mid character, right? Also, they perform really well with a lot of meter. Like, usually Anchor will end up having a lot of meter reserved for them if your point and your mid characters play their roles correctly. A great example of an Anchor, for this example, I have a Yamcha, right? He has like amazing pressure, and when he has meter, he can do EX Wolfang, which is super like godlike. Whoops. I'm pushing the wrong button. Well, if I can do it correctly. There, like that, right? He can do left-right mix-up, and that's like pretty much unreactable online. Maybe it's just because I'm bad, but yeah, I mean, he has great pressure, great left-right with that. He can get his own. He can do sliding knockdowns by himself by doing the Gale Claw, I believe is what it's called, right? I don't play Yamcha, you guys haven't noticed, but yeah. But not only that, he can perform like his level 1, he can actually link his level 1 super into his level 3 super as well, which is pretty good. But not only that, but the reason why he's a great anchor is because of his assist, right? Like, he has an amazing assist that can help out for any point in any mid character, right? Like, his A assist travels pretty far, and it's multi-hitting, so it gives you a lot of time to actually convert off of it. And also now in season 3, if you really wanted a beam assist, Yamcha has a beam assist now, so that just makes Yamcha like really good. The last thing that makes him really good for anchor is it's just because of the whole limit break thing now, right? Like, he can do a lot more damage, and he can actually help you win games. But so basically, the anchor character is your ace in the hole, right? It's the character that you're confident that you're going to win the game with, or is going to give you the highest chance to make a comeback. Again, especially with the limit break being a thing now, right? So the next tip that I have for newer players is that now that you've chosen your team, you've chosen your point, your mid, and your anchor, the next thing you should do is just spend some time in the training mode like I am right here, you know? Since this is a great example for me because I don't play these characters at all, it's just to learn their buttons, you know? Learn what the auto combo looks like, learn what 236L, 236M, 236H, 214, like, learn what they look like and learn what they do pretty much, you know? Like, oh hey, I didn't know Cell did this, or I didn't know that, you know, Yamcha EX Wolfang looks like that kind of thing, you know? Like, the follow-ups, I'm not used to his follow-ups, so what do they look like? Oh, that's what they look like, you know? Like, just spend excuse me, just spend a little bit of time in the training mode just to get a visual, just to get some visual knowledge as to how like the moves look like, right? Because when you get into a match and there's just so many things going on, the more you practice with the character, the more you're able to recognize what certain moves look like, and it just helps you overall become like a better player in the middle of the match when everything's going crazy, right? The next tip that I have is a really big one. All right, do not ever use auto combo, and please do not make it a habit to use the auto combo. Okay, what I mean by that is like the auto combo string. This is the auto, there's a difference, right? This is the auto combo string right here, right? This is actually pretty decent. Okay, this is decent and useful in certain situations. For example, like Teen Gohan has an amazing auto combo string, right? So I'm not saying don't use the auto combo string. It's actually, some characters are pretty good, some are not, right? What I'm saying is don't do this right here where all you're doing is literally mashing 5L to do the whatever the auto combo is, right? Like, you don't want to do that at all, because in general it gives you like, that's Yamcha's auto combo right there, right? He doesn't have a sliding knockdown, but let's see, Cell's, okay, like Cell does that, right? Like, that is very minimal damage, right? Like, that's a horrible thing to learn to do or make a habit of doing, is to use the auto combo, right? There might be certain situations that I haven't explored where auto combo might actually be good, but so far, I mean, the only thing that is actually useful is the actual string, which is just the 5LLL. Okay, just don't make it a habit of using auto combo. It does significantly less damage, and it's not rewarding at all, right? So what I suggest that you do is actually, whoever your team is, go to YouTube and just look up the bread and butter combos for those characters. Like for this example, like I have Cell, right? I would go to YouTube and just type in Dragon Ball FighterZ Cell BNB, right? BNB combos, which is his bread and butter combos. Spend some time and learn each character's bread and butter, right? What is a bread and butter combo? It's basically the combo that you go to for, I don't want to say optimal damage, because optimal can be like loop combos, which are super difficult to do, but bread and butter combos are just your go-to combos for a specific character, right? That you will always get a good amount of damage for, that you should always go for, that'll put you in an advantage over your opponent, right? It might give you like a sliding knockdown or something, to give you better Oki and stuff like that. These things that I'm talking about are a little bit more advanced, but definitely go and learn bread and butter combos. Do not focus on learning sparking combos or TODs, right? You're gonna find a lot of cool combos out there, cool videos, I mean, showing off like TODs and sparking combos and things like that. Do not focus on those, okay? At least for now. Like, until you get a good grasp on the game, don't learn those combos just yet. Don't focus solely on those combos, right? Because when I first jumped into this game, like, I saw like those sparking TODs and I was just like, oh man, I really want to learn the TOD and I really want to do that on my opponent because it's so cool, right? But what ended up happening was that I jumped into my first game and I got my butt kicked like super bad, because I was so focused on doing just the TOD combo that I literally had no idea how to play neutral with my character, right? Those of you who've seen my content, I play 21, SSJ, Vegeta, and Cooler. So with 21, I had no idea how to approach neutral with her because I was spending too much time in the corner hitting a non-moving target, practicing a TOD with her, and it was just like not useful at all, right? As a beginner, like completely useless. And needless to say, like, I lost a lot of matches because I wasn't focused on the right things, So once I did learn how to do the bread her bread and butter, things got a lot better for me because it became more consistent. My damage was a lot more consistent, and I was able to secure kills. You know, like if you focus a lot on like combos that you're not consistent with, you're gonna end up dropping a lot of combos, and it can potentially just lead to like losing games pretty much, right? So depending on like you yourself as an individual, learning bread and butter combos will probably take you a day at most. If you're a fast learner, it can be a lot quicker than that. Like I said, I was really new to team-based fighting games. This game, for some reason, I felt like it moved a lot faster than other fighting games for me, because I come from playing Street Fighter, right? So it's like I'm a Street Fighter player. I'm used to a lot more slower, methodical movements. Where in Dragon Ball FighterZ, when I first came to this game, it just looked like there was just so much going on, like air dashing, super dashing, high jumps, and like assists flying. Everything was just flying all over the screen that I just couldn't recognize what was going on in the game. So it kind of took me a little bit while to learn the bread and butter combos. But you know, don't let that put you down. Like just keep on trying and just keep on playing the game and just keep on practicing. You know, like don't let it get to you. You know, just keep staying consistent with it is what I'm trying to say. But yeah, after that, I mean, that's pretty good from there. Like once you learn the bread and butter combos, you can pretty much start playing online and just figure out. Well, I guess before you do that, I guess you should try to figure out like your team synergy. Once you do learn the bread and butter combos, you want to see if it actually synergizes well with your if your team synergizes well with one another. Alright, so I'm gonna go to my main team just because I don't know how to play Cell in them. I'm gonna go pick them. The C assist, yep, that's fine. Just random characters. Okay. So team synergy, again, like that's a whole nother topic on its own that you can really go into. But in general, like I said, you just want to make sure that they can combo off of each other's supers, like relatively easily. And also you can combo off of each other's assists, right? So like for 21, I can do something like, oh, if I don't drop it, I can do that, right? And that pretty much leads into her like bread and butter combo, right? That's just one combo route that I found for myself personally. It might not be optimal, but that's just something that I found for myself. And also I can also do it with Cooler's assist as well. By oops. Jeez, if I don't keep dropping it. Yeah, like that. See, I can do it with Cooler as well. You pretty much want to make sure that all of your guys can pretty much combo into each other's assists pretty easily. Like say for SSJ Vegeta, for example, I can do that with 21 again if I don't drop it because I'm bad. Oh, let's do this one more time. Okay. Yeah, like that. See, with SSJ Vegeta, I can do that. Or I could do the same thing with Cooler's assist, so it works well with Cooler. Again, I keep dropping it. I don't know why. Jesus Christ, holy crap. Sorry about this, guys. I'm just nervous on camera, I guess. See? Okay, so that's what you want to figure out next, is that you can pretty much combo off of each other's assist, and consistently too, like, well, me talking about consistency when I'm like dropping the combos out constantly, right? But you want to be able to perform those consistently in a match where you're not dropping it all the time, and it's relatively easy too, right? You want to look for routes that are easy, right? I'm not going to talk about optimals. If you can get consistent with optimals, then yes, of course, go for optimals, right? But if you're a beginner, I suggest just learning basic combos and just really getting familiar with the basic combos so that you're not dropping combos. Because if you drop a combo, that's like pretty much a chance of giving your opponent giving your opponent more chances to win over you, right? You're not securing the damage, you're not securing the win. You're potentially gonna lose the match if you keep trying to go for high-tech combos that are hard to do, right? So just stick to consistent combos and just keep playing the game, guys. Like, I think that's probably the biggest advice that I can give, is just keep playing the game no matter what. Like, win or lose, just keep an open mind. You know, how I view it is like every loss, I view it as an opportunity to learn. You know, like, I pretty much, that means I have more to learn. I have a lot more to learn and a lot more training to do in order to get better as a player overall, you know? Like, that's what keeps me going. That's just who I am as a person in general. I don't get mad when it comes to losing. It really does become like a learning opportunity for me. I like losing because I can recognize what I'm doing wrong, right? A lot of the things that I do wrong it's just basic things. Like, if you've seen my other videos, like, you know that I get nervous and then I start mashing when I shouldn't be, or like pressing buttons when I shouldn't be. There's a lot of basic things that I need to stop doing, but I'm never gonna learn those things if I don't keep playing, you know? So my thing is just, like, don't get frustrated that you're losing. Like, just keep an open mind and just stay positive about it, right? Just really take it as a learning experience. For me, like, if I'd stop learning something new about the game, like, I really don't ever want to get to that point, because once I stop learning something about it, I get really bored with it, and then I don't want to play the game anymore because there's nothing left to learn, right? That really sucks, you know? Like, I hope I never reach that point. Like, I hope to continue to always learn something new about Dragon Ball FighterZ, because I really like this game. Maybe because it's my first team-based fighting game, or maybe just because it's Dragon Ball, you know? But yeah. That's gonna be it for this video, guys. If you guys have any questions, or if you guys have any suggestions for future guides, let me know in the comments below. If you found this guide helpful, go ahead and give it a like, and consider subscribing for more content. My name is Sabin, and I will see you guys in the next one.